Hi, kindergartners, and welcome to this story about Martin Luther King Jr. He's a very famous American who is being honored this coming Monday with a holiday in his name, and we're going to learn why in our story. If you notice, this is a photograph. It's not a drawing or a painting. And when you see a photograph in a book, it always lets you know right away that you are looking at an information book or a non-fiction book is what it's sometimes called. Martin Luther King Jr. was a civil rights leader in America during the 1950s and 1960s. He believed all people were created equally and the laws should give everyone the same rights, protections, and freedoms. That's what civil rights means. During this time in America, African American people were segregated from others. That means they were separated from the rest of the community. They had their own schools, restaurants, and had many rules about where they could and could not be. One of the rules was they had a separate drinking water fountain from white people, and they were labeled. And if you notice, these are definitely not the same quality of water fountain, which means they were definitely not equal. Dr. King and his wife Coretta Scott King led many peaceful marches and demonstrations to get their message of equality out. They wanted everyone to know the color of your skin should not determine how you are treated. In 1963, Dr. King helped to organize the March on Washington. Over 250,000 people gathered to show support for new laws to give basic civil rights to everyone. Dr. King gave one of the most famous speeches in our history called "I Have a Dream" during this march. This is in Washington, D.C. You can see the Washington Monument here. This is the reflecting pool, and this is the area known as the mall in D.C. Dr. King's efforts were a success because in 1964 the Civil Rights Act was signed into law, and here you see President Lyndon B. Johnson signing it, and right behind him there is Dr. King. This new law said that no one can discriminate based off color, race, religion, or place of birth. That discriminate means say somebody can't do something just because of the color of their skin or their race or their religion or where they were even born. And this new law said that all people were to be treated the same no matter what. Dr. King was given a Nobel Peace Prize, Congressional Gold Medal, and Presidential Medal of Freedom. Dr. King was also the first African American to have a statue in our country's capital, which is Washington, D.C. We honor his work each year on the third Monday in January with a day of remembrance. This statue, I've actually had the privilege to see, is located in Washington, D.C. along the tidal basin, and that's where the cherry blossom trees are planted, and it is a beautiful, large monument to Dr. King. So, my dears, here is information on Martin Luther King Jr. Have a wonderful day.